related to the lobster. It's fairly small, you see, no bigger than your hand, and lives in water. With its two great claws or pincers, it looks like a lobster and is often mistaken for one. Both are called crustaceans. Both have hard shells like suits of armor covering a soft body, and both have 8 legs for walking. But lobsters are found in oceans, while crayfish like the fresh water of rivers, lakes, and streams. The crayfish has long antennae, or feelers, 4 of them. And you notice he carries his claws well ahead of him. If he should meet a small fish, he can grab it. Or if an enemy should attack, he's ready. Besides fish, he feeds on snails and tadpoles, or young insects. He eats very carefully, seldom dropping any food. He guards his food jealously, keeping it beyond reach of any other crayfish that tries to take it. He crawls safely away from a would-be thief and a battle. But nearby, a large crayfish decides to show a small crayfish who's the boss. Their pincers are strong. Each can do great harm to the other. But if one should lose a leg or a claw, he simply grows a new one. The small one faces a powerful enemy, but makes no attempt to run away. He moves in. His opponent pushes him away. Again, the smaller one tries to move in. But again, his opponent, with a longer reach, pushes him back. This is a battle that can go on for hours. Meanwhile, a mother crayfish crawls off to a quiet spot away from her quarreling neighbors. Clinging to her underside, just ahead of her tail, is a cluster of eggs. She carries them there, outside her body, till they're ready to hatch. And they're practically ready. Watch the mother crayfish swing them to and fro, like rocking a cradle. Now she prepares to settle down. Like a bird sitting in her nest, the mother crayfish rests on the bottom, waiting for her eggs to hatch, one by one. And here come the baby crayfish, crawling out of their eggs. Mother lends a helping claw. Barely minutes old, the babies drop to the bottom. They look like tiny copies of their mother, no bigger than your thumbnail. Few water babies remain close to their parent. They swim away right after birth, but not young crayfish. These babies not only remain close, they crawl all over their mother. One baby wants to go for a stroll high on mother's back. He walks along her shell, which is actually her skeleton. The crayfish skeleton is outside its body. That's called an exoskeleton. Even as the baby crawls onto her feelers, mother doesn't seem to mind. She seems to enjoy it. Soon other babies join their brother in a climb to the top. What a view! Before long, one baby has found something to eat. Adult crayfish do not feed their young. The babies from birth must go out and find food on their own. If her brothers and sisters see her with that food, they'll certainly want some. And indeed, that's just what happens. It's a tug of war to see which can tug the food away from the other. The babies are all hatched now. For the first time since they began to appear, the mother crayfish starts to crawl away. The babies crawl all over mother. The adult moves forward, or just as easily moves backward. She can swim too if she chooses, paddling with her tail. Each fall, mother crayfish bear their young in rivers and streams. Many eggs hatch, but not all babies live to become adults. They're eaten by fish and other creatures that live in the water. Remember, at this stage, they're no bigger than your thumbnail. Unlike insects that change their shape before they become adults, young crayfish keep the same shape. They just grow larger and larger till they reach the size of their mother. Then the females will begin forming eggs as their mother did. Like their mother, they too will crawl away to a quiet spot, allow the eggs to hatch, and so start the story of the crayfish all over.